Beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Erica. Please be sure to subscribe if you aren't already. So for those of you who don't know, this is my spirituality channel where I'm sharing kind of everything that's helped me along my spiritual journey in hopes that these resources and this information can help you out along your path. But I'm very excited for today's video because, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 7 spiritual teachers who have just been guiding lights along my journey these past couple years. They have taught me so much, and I literally live my life by their teachings and their practices. So I really hope you guys discover somebody new today and decide to really dive deep into all their work and their teachings, their books, their podcasts, because it will literally expand your life in so many beautiful ways. I promise you. I just am so freaking grateful that they once existed here on earth and that they left such an amazing impact on so many people's lives, not just my life. I know that for sure. So I really hope you all enjoy this. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up if you do. It helps me out so much, guys. And without further ado, let's just get right into the teachers. Alright guys, so I'm not going to be listing these off in any particular order, but just know that each one of these individuals is incredible in their own way and has something valuable to teach you. So the first person I want to share about with you guys is Ram Dass, or Baba Ram Dass. I discovered the teachings of Ram Dass, I want to say like 5 years ago, and ever since I discovered who he was, I was just so inspired by his words and his work. To me, he truly felt like an enlightened being, and it was just so captivating. He has a website that you can all access, and I'm going to make sure to link everybody's websites and Instagrams below so you can go and just explore and marvel at their content. If you're going to watch anything from Ram Dass or listen to anything from Ram Dass, I highly recommend watching the documentary called Becoming Nobody. It is the most beautiful, well done, simple documentary you will ever watch. It's just incredible. Like, I went and saw it because it was in select theaters around the world, and I went and saw it and I was just like in awe of the whole thing. It's such a beautiful documentary with an amazing message. So check out the documentary Becoming Nobody. Moving on to another one of my favorite spiritual teachers, Dr. Wayne Dyer. His podcast literally changed my life. Like, it was recorded years ago because unfortunately he has passed on. Same with Ram Dass, they've both passed on. Dr. Wayne Dyer, his teachings are absolutely incredible. He has written a lot of books, you guys. So there is so much that you can read by him. I would recommend the book Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life, because it's super powerful yet very simple at the same time. If you could listen to anything from Dr. Wayne Dyer, I highly suggest listening to his podcast. The next person I want to talk about today is Deepak Chopra. This man is so wise, and he's still putting out content like every day. He has a YouTube channel, he's got a podcast as well, he's written so many books. 2 of my favorite books of his are The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success and The Book of Secrets. Both are phenomenal, and there's so many of his books that I want to read still. He's collaborated with Oprah on different online workshops, and he's just a huge name in the spiritual community. His teachings will make you realize how infinite we all are. Like, our source is so infinite, and the fact that we come from that same source just means that we have that same infinite potential. He's just amazing. All these people are just so freaking amazing. Next on my list is Don Miguel Ruiz, who is one of my favorite authors of all time. He wrote the book The 4 Agreements, which I talk about all the time. That book really kickstarted my spiritual journey because it was just such a simple, easy read. I read it in one sitting and it changed my entire perspective on life. Then I just recently read The 5th Agreement, so now I know all 5. But I read several others of his books, and he just writes in the most beautiful, simple way that even like a third grader could understand. If you could read only one piece of his material, please read The Four Agreements. I cannot stress enough how important that book is for everyone to read. He is an icon, Don Miguel Ruiz, we love him. Next up is Abraham Hicks. If you guys aren't familiar with the teachings of Abraham, I highly recommend that you just do a Google search and look more into Esther and Jerry Hicks and then the teachings of Abraham. But literally, they have been so influential in my life recently. Over the last 6 months, I've just been diving deep into the teachings of Abraham, and I cannot tell you how significantly my mindset has changed. The way I look at life has changed. I've learned so much about the law of attraction, and I just can't say enough good things about them. Literally, I do a meditation every morning by Abraham Hicks. I think my favorite book that I've read so far by them is Money and the Law of Attraction. You guys have to read that book. Now I've got somebody who is currently very popular in the spiritual / self-help community, and it is Shetty. I'm sure many of you guys have at least heard of him. He's a young guy who was a monk for a couple years and then decided to leave that lifestyle and come back and just teach the world basically everything he learned during that time. He has a podcast called On Purpose. So good. Has amazing conversations with the guests he brings on. I think he's doing a great job of bringing spirituality into the modern world and sharing it in a way that anyone could understand. Shetty, a beautiful, amazing, inspiring soul. I would suggest for you to listen to his podcast, if anything. I know he's coming out with a book really soon and I cannot wait to read it. The last person I want to share with you all today is Shaman Derek. He has a podcast which I absolutely love. It's called Ancient Wisdom Today. He just has the best energy. Like, you just feel so high vibe after listening to him speak. He's funny, he's very lighthearted, and you can just like feel his good spirit while you're listening to him. It's the weirdest, craziest thing, but he is amazing and he has such a unique perspective on the world, but it's taught me a lot. I know that it will challenge a lot of you to expand and open your minds as well. So those are 7 of my favorite spiritual teachers that I've learned a lot from over the last couple years. They really have influenced my perspective on the world, on myself, on other people. I just know that they are all light workers here on earth, here to share their message and teach us so much. I'm so eternally grateful for these human beings. Like, they are just changing the world day by day. There are so many more people that I can share with you guys. If you guys want to see a part 2 of this video, just let me know in a comment. But for now, I hope you take some time to really dive into the work of these individuals and just immerse yourself in it and learn so much from them. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to be here, be still, and be love. Bye guys.